Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew. And we are going to get into this Vanderpump Reunion number 2.
Oh, it was so good. But
it was riveting.
This never gets old.
I love it.
I love it too. I love this. Anybody, you can go to TJX and you can get their little faces and you can make one too.
Exactly. A printer. All you need is a printer and Gorilla Glue.
Yes, I'm going to tell you, I thought some of the most riveting subjects that were covered was that Lala took out her IUD.
I hated that.
Stassi got pregnant.
That pissed me off.
Why?
If that doesn't show you, first and foremost,
they didn't even respond to it.
I don't believe Sandoval. Is that a thing? Like, that's ridiculous. That is a timing thing. Him pushing it on. He has become so minuscule in my mind around what a human being should strive to be. He is disgusting. He is a horrible human being that he thinks. I don't know exactly what Lala said. Who raised you? She said that today on her Instagram. It's like, and what I mean more about that is, dude, you fucked up. Like, what did you say when we did Randall Scandal? We all do horrible things in our lives.
We all do horrible things, right?
But like, there is a tier of horrible things. And when you are on a cast with people for 10 years, you have relationships on the show, you are in one. When you have an affair with another cast member for 8 months, you are the worst one of the bunch. And you need to take
this season.
Ever. This has never happened before. This dynamic, this kind of closeness, this age, every year that goes by, they need to grow up. They don't get stopped in time.
Yes, but you know what? I think they're all using youth, especially James Kennedy. He keeps on saying, but I was young. I think they do use their youth as an excuse for their bad behavior. And they think because they're younger that their bad behavior was okay. But I'm telling you, they all have arrested development. Every one of them is stuck at 15 years old. There's not a mature one in the bunch. Okay, maybe Ariana is a little bit mature, and maybe Katie is a little bit mature.
You don't think Lala is mature?
No.
Why?
I don't.
Because she swears?
Why?
Because she swears?
No, I just don't think she's that mature. If she was that mature, if she was that mature, she'd be able to realize that she's no different than Rachel.
She is. She has never hooked up with one of her best friends. 8-year-long relationship. So she's still a cheater, but her character is different when it comes to friendship, loyalty to people that she loves. Yes, that's what they're talking about.
But this is leave us a comment. And tell us what you think.
Because I agree with you about the cheating.
What do you think is worse, to cheat with your friend's man or to cheat with a woman's husband?
To cheat with your friend's man, if you're thinking about yourself.
Right. Okay, that's
I'm not asking what you think, what I think, what society thinks.
I'm just saying they're not really that much different.
But imagine this: if you don't know the person's significant other.
Especially a man with 2 young kids. It'd be different if he was 60 years old and the kids were off to college, but they weren't.
But this is my thing. I guess if you wanted to look at it like that, but like I am saying, like when it comes to the people in your life that you care about, in my opinion, if I'm one of so imagine.
No, I understand what you're saying.
It's betrayal. So what?
I can't think they're all horrible human beings.
I get it, but you need to turn a corner here because you have it.
A level to their horribleness.
You keep thinking that like me, you, the other people in Massachusetts and Montana, like none of us matter in how they're interacting.
I understand.
We are fans. So their reasoning is not because he's a cheater, she's a cheater, they're a cheater, I'm a cheater. It's that the cheating happened in the group.
I understand. I'm just going to say, I don't think that any of them make rational, good decisions for the most part, or haven't. I think they all use youth as an excuse for bad decisions they made in their past and not being accountable for it. So what they're saying is, Tom, you're worse because you're 40 years old and I did it when I was 20, when it was the same thing. And I don't care what anybody says, they all have arrested development.
I mean, I'm sorry to tell you this, but like Lala, in my opinion, is one of the most mature out of them all. She's fucking 5 years sober, something that none of them could ever do.
No, never.
They've all tried.
I couldn't do it.
So there's strength there. And that what I'm telling you also with that is that, you know, you have to look at, it's not about what they did in 21 and what they are now. Because I think James is stupid when he says that, because he doesn't have his life in control.
No.
Lala has her life in control.
More. And I think as far as James, he was on something, which is why he kept on leaving. He had to go take another hit or something. That's just me. Maybe pasta. Who knows?
I don't think so.
I
don't think so. I felt that way the first reunion. I didn't the second one because I liked how
he kept on leaving. He kept on leaving. It was getting tiresome. But just sit down, James. Control yourself.
Oh no, I don't think he was doing drugs though.
Yeah, but he kept on saying to Tom, "Control yourself." Ooh, you cry. Well, you control yourself, James.
He didn't do that in part 2 though.
Yeah, he left a few times.
Yeah, he was mad, but he didn't go, ooh, no, that was
but I mean, but he was mad again. It's just like, you control yourself. I'm sorry. I don't get why they're all so upset.
I think that they're getting more upset at this reunion because Tom Sandoval hasn't taken responsibility at all.
I know.
So he's not helping himself. Imagine if he sat down and he did what we're about to see.
Sorry.
And he did that like from the start. Oh, what would they do? How do you yell at someone who's crying and saying they're sorry? You got to stop eventually.
Well, he was crying and they still yelled at him.
He has it out for Lala. Okay?
Yes,
he did from the beginning.
Right. And I told you all the way back in like episode 1 that they were getting turned on, Schwartz and Sandy, by Rachel simply because she stood up to Lala, and that's something Lala is one of the only
Lala is one of the only chicks that stands up to them.
Yeah, the rest just don't know how to handle it. They really don't.
Or they jump to Ariana's defense or Katie's defense, and it's like girls supporting girls.
Yes.
Whereas Lala's like will come at you. Mm-hmm. It's not support.
I still think James is on something.
Maybe you can think that, but let me tell you, Allie's not, because she was wonderful. She's so good.
Oh, I want to tell you, I don't think it's going to end good for Allie. That's just my opinion. I'm going to tell you in 2 or 3 years, this isn't going to end good for Allie. That's just a feeling I think it's going to end
great. She's going to be the star of the show.
Yeah, well, she won't be with James though.
Well, okay.
No, but I don't know if
is that bad for Allie?
I don't know if she's I think pretty manipulative too under the sweet little facade.
I think that she's but
she's no Lala, and she's not even a Rachel.
She's smarter than all of them. She's
smarter
better. She's
more.
Lala? Yes, she's more well spoken. You can tell she's polished.
I actually think she's a new Ariana more than anybody else, because Ariana's very cool, except for this. She has never been an excitable person. I mean, with a lot of, energy like Kristen had or Sheena has or Lala has. She's always been the center.
I think Allie is very, what I like about Allie is that Allie has no problem saying the absolute truth in front of James. And I liked how, I thought it was good that she said, in the moment, like I was happy Lala gave me that advice. But when I thought about it, she said I should have been more protective of him. Like the girl wasn't even asked like the question, should you have been more protective of James?
Right.
It was actually said, do you think that they should be overstepping or whatever? And then she outed herself and said, I think she should be, more protective of James. And then I liked what Lala said. And I felt like, and I liked that Lisa jumped in and said, like, this is the part of you that I love, because Lala was very honest. She said, like, I was triggered. And then also like I don't think, as I said in the first part, Sandoval is not the same as Randall. I think Lala's experience is very similar to Ariana's experience. That is a similarity. I don't think that Randall and Sandoval, but they are Sandoval is cheating. We haven't heard anything about business dealings, this to this person, that, but there's nothing else. And so I think that Lala, she might've been edited poorly in that first part, because this second part was far more of what I feel like Lala's rage is for Sandoval is that because if Lala could fight with Randall, she would.
Wouldn't it be funny if Sandoval's mother sued him? I just thought of that because that's the only bad business deal I can think of that he's done.
Also that he said, didn't he say like, I don't need to pay her back? Or
yeah,
like,
something.
I may not, or I will with one of my
She's
other
going to be on
businesses.
Skid Row with the rest of everybody else in LA, the poor thing. I thought it was very interesting when they broke for lunch, how Tom was like, stop filming me.
Oh, that was great.
Filming me.
So what do you think he was going to tell Raquel?
I think he was going to tell her like what to say or whatever without the cameras around, and they didn't have the opportunity to, but he still could have texted her. I mean, they all had their phones. They never let go of their phones.
I thought he was going to pull out different colored pants and go, do you think I should wear these for the next hour? Or do you think I should wear those? And then for him to say that Ariana chopped him down. Okay. She was so nice. If my gay husband, our partner, Brad, pulled out 2 different colored pants like that, and I am a homosexual, I would say, put those things away right now, you fucking clown. And Ariana looked at him and she just said like, well, maybe that one, like, and he said that was her being rude. Get the fuck out of here. That is ridiculous.
I want to say this. I got the Sandoval manicure this week.
Amazing. I love it.
I just want you to know, I went in and I said, I would like the Sandoval manicure because, you know, white's everything.
I think he uses white so he can keep the Coke on the top of his nails and no one can see. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, that's not my case. It's just for me. But he was out of control and he was just screaming outside, smoking the cigarettes. And
how about her when they were how about Raquel when Sheena was crying and all that and the whole thing, and nothing. And then she turns to the producer and she's like, I guess next time I won't do it like that. And I'm just like, I was blown away.
I seeing the previews, seeing the little bit we saw last night, seeing her reaction in the trailer, seeing her reaction with Tom, her stone cold. Now, maybe she's on something, I don't know, but the stone cold reaction and lack of self-awareness is not doing that girl any favors.
Nothing.
I'm telling you, she should come out. Yeah, I did it. What are you going to do about it? It's over. Tough. Screw you. And then
get over it. I'm sorry. I didn't mess up. Now leave us alone.
Yeah. And she just sits there again.
Bambi-eyed bitch.
And
so I do have a question.
She's not
I'm
doing
going on
herself
a trip soon.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to be going on one soon.
Yeah.
So do you think we should attend Tom Schwartz Masterclass, Traveling with Medication?
Listen, I've been known to take a Xanax or 2.
In the middle of a reunion on national television? He's never going to be able to get a prescription filled again in his life.
I've taken a Xanax and 2 in the front, in the middle of a funeral. What the heck? What the heck?
Did you pass it around and said if anyone wanted one? He tossed it over to Andy.
No, I don't toss my Xanax around because I got 5 once for an MRI. And I've only gone through 3.5. They're very special to me. I only have 1.5 left, so I wouldn't share. Because if you take just a little and you put it under your tongue, it works instantly.
Okay, well my name is Drew, and I do not approve that message.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling, just a little Xanax. It's not anything bad. It just
no. It was prescribed. Yeah, I got you.
Stress.
No,
it was prescribed for me.
Of course,
right.
You don't toss it to the host. Your boss.
You don't think Andy? And they thought he would. Did you hear what they all asked him?
What?
Oh, you got your E?
I know.
And he said, no, my Z.
And the funny part, though, I liked, or at least the part that made me smile, was that I was happy that Ariana got a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
She, like, for the first time in the reunion, like,
yeah,
outside of maybe something like Lala or Katie.
They all use different substances.
Yeah, but she laughed. Like, she thought it was funny. I will say that I think it's, I loved how when they asked the story with Lala about how she met Randall, and then she said, oh, they wanted to know where Peter was.
Yeah. Well, I do believe that Lala is trying to backtrack her story a little bit. She's trying to have revisionist history with because they showed her sitting in the beauty shop with Stassi saying, oh, I let him hit it the first night.
Yes, but she clarified that. She clarified that.
but she's clarifying that now, and she didn't care for 4, 5, 6 years that that's what was said.
I don't think that no, she did hit it the first night. She's saying she met him once at Sir.
No, I understand that, but I do think she's trying to make it not look like she's as trashy as she has been.
Oh no, I think she's dead serious that then the next time when he actually took her out, she banged him and got the Range Rover.
Bang, bang. Oh, I want to say one thing. I want everybody to notice next week. I think Rachel has an Adam's apple.
Oh, yeah.
Saying.
What do you think is the big reveal?
Maybe she's not a woman.
No, James would have known.
Because she has an Adam's apple, though.
What if she's transitioning?
Oh, that's not true.
And she was away at the hospital having surgery. That's
not true. But she does have an Adam's apple. I just want people to notice that she has an Adam's apple.
What do you think the big bomb is?
I don't know, but I want to say that you were right last week, and I want you to get credit for that. You said we will not see Rachel until the last 4
I was minutes. So mad.
And that's all we got. I mean, we got her in the trailer doing the Bambi eyes and the whole bit, but we didn't get her and walking out and just
the Diet Coke falling over and her picking it up. I mean, I think that it was funny. And I will say I screamed and I swore at the television. I yelled and the dog, Belle, she jumped and I woke her up from her nap. Yeah. I was so mad because I was like, I knew it. They cut her out. And how about this? Raquel, girlfriend, I hope you didn't think that your restraining order against Sheena was going to put her in 2 of the reunions. And she says she comes back at the end. If you heard her when she's leaving. Does. So Raquel wasn't even in 1 full reunion.
No, I know. Yeah, right. And don't you think it's sort of funny that they just had a Dodge Caravan that took them away and brought them back? It just made me laugh because if it was like Beverly Hills or whatever, they'd have a big limo or at least a black car would come and get them. This was like, nope, you guys are in the caravan. Oh, there you go. Here you coming back. And I actually thought Sheena, first of all, I thought Sheena looked great. I don't mind Sheena. I've always thought she has been on the low of the totem pole. I like Sheena. I've always liked Sheena, but I thought she was overly emotional too.
Girl, a restraining order, what is that going to do? Keep you away from your kid?
No, it didn't keep her away from her kid, though.
But that was one of her things. I was like,
I didn't get that. I mean, I thought she was over emotional. I would have been like, good. I don't have to talk to you. You don't have to talk to me. This is beautiful. Good. I can't have contact with you. Thank you very much.
I mean, I understand the whole, and I think this is part of the disconnect because I felt that way too. And you feel that way clearly, but you also were like, why the hell do they care about the Sandoval thing? Yeah. I think that this is another example of that. We don't know how close these people are. I think that was because like when James and Raquel broke up, because they disclosed more, like Raquel had no place to go. Brock and Sheena brought her in, and I'm sure just seeing Rachel the way we see her, I have a feeling that she just because she was a pageant girl forever and was very sheltered from the world. And this is pre-social media for the most part when she was doing younger pageants and all that she just didn't learn how to be kind of like a real girl. And I think Sheena probably, when she says a mother to her, I feel like there was probably even maybe women's stuff, this stuff, being cool in LA, different things that Sheena had to coach her on. And they probably built a bond. Because Raquel's always been at the disposal of James. So it's I think Raquel finally had the ability to do girl stuff for herself instead of feeling she was always with her boyfriend. And Sheena just kind of was aligned with her on that kind of little process. And that's how they built a relationship. Same with Ariana. Because it really blows my mind that they keep saying one of my best friends. I'm like, where did I miss this?
Right. Not only that, but I think the fact that Rachel was in the pageant world for so long, if she really was in all these pageants, that alone breeds narcissism and insecurities and all kinds of
backstabbing other women,
anything to get ahead, to be the Miss, Orange Grove California.
And she's so used to it that's why, like, now, even though this is such a different dynamic and the stakes are so much higher, she's kind of like, okay, whatever.
That's just the way
because
it goes,
it was like,
what you do.
It was like, oh, you hide the crown, you do this. I have a pageant background, as my fans know, right?
And remember, to wear the crown, you must be the crown.
Hey, y'all. Of course. I hear you. That was my Eden Wood. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. But just remember that in order to wear the crown, you must be the crown.
Okay. Well, I don't really understand that 100%.
Oh,
but
that
came from thoughts?
That came from Miss Congeniality.
Oh,
yeah, which is another great one, which you could almost bring back to Rachel.
Yeah. I mean, I will say that I like how Lisa seems to be. I mean, I think that they said you're defending Sandoval. I think that here's the deal. They don't really care what you say, Lisa. They don't want anyone to stick up for Sandoval at all.
Period. And she's sticking up. I think, you want to know what I think the difference is? I think the difference is that Lisa Vanderpump has 30 years on them. And she's seen all kinds of things go down. And you can't watch the Randall scandal and compare Tom Sandoval to Randall Emmett. They're in different leagues.
They are, but at the same time, one comment by Sandoval justifies everything that Lala does to him, moving forward and prior, when he, for the second time in the middle of her bitter custody battle with Randall, where like the stakes are high, but also she's been super intentional about how, like, if you have anything to do with him or anything like that, then you're gone.
Right, you're done.
He makes two comments about her daughter in ways that like really are nasty. One is towards Randall and one is towards jealousy of Stassi. And it's just like, it's, you know what, dude, you reap what you sow. You're going to get a multiple from her moving forward. She's going to put you in your grave and she doesn't give a shit.
Well, and one thing you have to remember with Vanderpump Rules, they all got married around the same time. They've all had children around the same time. They're all breaking up the same time. They all bought the same White House.
Exactly.
I mean, so they tend to mimic each other's lives.
So why the hell is Sandoval saying it? Because we could say it about his house. We could say it about all these different things. They've all been
they all
copycats.
broke up at the same time too. Because in one year we had Tom and Ariana broke up. James and Rachel. We had Katie and Schwartz. And I feel like I'm missing someone. Somebody else I feel like broke up. Oh, well, Lala and Randall.
Yeah, of course.
Because he was on last year, you know? So, I mean, every single one of them who is a main cast member has had their relationship broke up, except for Sheena. And
Sheena,
and he's
and
not
also,
with a cast member.
Yeah, and then you look at the ones that are outside the show that are successful. It's like Jackson, Brittany, and then Kristen and her boyfriend.
Right.
But that's because they're off the show.
And Bo. And Stassi.
That's because they're off the show, I think.
And Stassi and Bo also.
And the real genius here, if this whole whack pack, if the real genius here, if this whole whack pack like wanted to actually have a life, is Christina Kelly. She's been with the same guy for like since season 1.
Oh, well, she should stay off. She should keep him off. No, she should keep him off.
Oh yeah.
No relationship survives reality TV.
I think Katie asked her to come on probably for support because of Schwartz.
Maybe.
And now she'll probably stay on because it's good for her brand and she found a way to clearly be drama free. I think
does she do lip gloss?
I think so. She does. She does do lip glosses. I think we just have to, I think we have to watch out to see what happens next. They said the rumor was out there was that whatever's broken in the next reunion, that Brock said it on, I think this is what got them in trouble because I heard something yesterday that they're not supposed to be talking on podcasts until after next week. But Brock and Sheena were on someone's podcast and Brock said that production says that do not sign your new contract until after you see.
Oh, yes, I heard that. And I want to remind everybody that the OC starts next week and we'll be reviewing that too.
Yes, we are. And also we have another new video out on the Jersey reunion, the first one. That was great.
It was great.
I will say that there's a lot ahead. There's a lot of shows coming up. We got Beverly Hills starting up soon. And, we're going to have some other ones that will be fun. Oh, and the one we really are looking forward to that we haven't even started talking about is Luann and Sonia.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. The Ultimate Girls Trip.
No.
Oh, Oh, that's right. They have their own little show too.
Yeah, they're going to what I used to do when I filmed on the pageant world. Those kind of towns. Like the small,
they just
like
so
Simple
they're
Life.
gonna do Simple Life, like with Nicole in Paris.
Yeah, it premieres in
Yeah.
a couple weeks.
Oh, that will be funny. That will be funny. I'd like to see them like go to a casino in the middle of like
They go to one
Nevada.
town the whole season.
Oh, they're in the same town the whole season?
They get to know the people. They hang out with them.
Need to,
It's
like
fun.
go up to like Lake Placid or something really like rinky dink. Well, I'm nothing against Lake Placid. It's a lovely town, but you know what I mean.
You've been, haven't you?
Many times.
You've been for sure, right? For
sure.
a wedding.
I've been many times to Lake
You almost
Placid.
died on the way there.
I almost died the last time I went to Lake Placid. I may never go back, but I will. I'm sure.
Not that time of the year.
Never go back to Lake Placid in February again.
That's for certain.
No way.
Yeah. Well, it was a good memory. So
It was memories.
oh yes. Like the corner of your mind.
That's a great Barbara Streisand song.
Absolutely. Well, anywho, we really enjoy you guys listening to us. We have had so much fun here talking about Vanderpump. We only have one left.
Oh, it's going to be so sad, but I want to remind everybody, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. You don't ever want to miss an episode of this.
No, we're the best. And we're the real aunt and nephew.
He's really my nephew and I'm really
exactly
his aunt. Yeah.
So we'll catch you next time on Aunt and Andrew, where family is everything.
Until it's not.
Goodbye.